Hello, good afternoon, and welcome, basketball fans, to our coverage of the Mountain Valley League Tournament on MyBasin.com. We've got a full slate of games today, starting with the third-place girls matchup between the Bonanza Lady Antlers and the Trinity Lutheran Saints. Glad to be with you. My name is Josh Eldredge. Kevin Petrick along with me for the broadcast this afternoon. And again, this game for third place, an immediate bid into the 1A OSAA state playoffs, as Mountain Valley League gets 3 automatic bids to that. One team going to make that today. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Mountain Valley League conference standings as they are heading into today, as well as a look at the schedule for the rest of the afternoon. That's coming up next as we continue your coverage of the Mountain Valley League Tournament from Henley High School on MyBasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Welcome back to Henley High School, the site of the 2024 Mountain Valley League Basketball Tournament. Let's give you a look at what the schedule looks like for the rest of the day. This is the first of 4 games this afternoon, starting things out with the girls' third-place game between Bonanza and Trinity Lutheran. After the conclusion of this one, the Bonanza boys will square off with Crosspoint Christian for the third-place boys game. There's a bit of an intermission. We're targeting a 6 o'clock start for the girls' title game tonight as Chiloquin takes on North Lake Paisley Co-op. And then the nightcap this evening with Lost River taking on Trinity Lutheran for the boys' title game. Every single matchup today you can find right here on MyBasin.com. So if you know folks who are trying to watch today or couldn't make the trip to Klamath Falls, be sure you spread the word. Every game is free to watch today on MyBasin.com. Let's take a look now at how these teams got here. As a look at the Mountain Valley League standings, there you see at the top Chiloquin and North Lake Paisley. They're going to be battling a little bit later on tonight, like we mentioned, 17-2 for the Queens, and for the Cowgirls, 16-2. Then you've got Bonanza and Trinity Lutheran. The Lady Antlers are 10-2 in league play. Trinity Lutheran is 7-4, 12-12 overall. Everyone underneath them, Rogue Valley Adventist, Crosspoint Christian, Central Christian, Lost River, and Prospect Charter did not make the tournament. Their seasons are over, but still an opportunity for, well, realistically, both of these teams to make the 1A state playoffs. Let's get an understanding about what's on the line over the next 4 quarters. 24 teams automatically qualify for the 32-team OSAA bracket. Each league gets 3 spots. So obviously, Chiloquin and North Lake have already secured their spot. Winner here gets the 3rd bid. And then 8 teams qualify in an at-large setting based off the OSAA power rankings. You see Bonanza's ranked 21st. Trinity Lutheran is ranked 29th. Loser could still make that at-large bid, but if you look at Trinity Lutheran, well, they're in the 7th spot of 8 that would make it in. So a loss for them today could theoretically end the season. But Bonanza, they seem to be a little bit safer, ranked at 21st right now. Obviously, the goal is to win and automatically make it in to the 32-team 1A state tournament, which begins on Tuesday. All right, we're going to take one more break here on the pregame coverage. When we come back, it's starting lineups and tip-off on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
All right, we are just about ready for basketball this afternoon from Henley High School, a couple minutes south of downtown Klamath Falls. For Bonanza to get here today, a 30-minute road trip just over Highway 140. And for Trinity Lutheran, a 2.5-hour road trip all the way from Bend, Oregon. But they come here tonight to try to play for a spot in the OSAA state playoffs. My name is Josh Eldredge. Kevin Petrick with me this afternoon as we meet the starting five. First, for Trinity Lutheran, starting a sophomore, number 4, Kaya Young. Number 11, a junior, Aubrey Weisner. Number 15, a sophomore, Ella Prelog. Number 35, a senior, Ava Garris. And number 43, a senior, Ava Elliott. The Saints are coached by Irish Melandon, and they finished their season 7-4 in league play, 12 and 12 overall on the year. Now let's meet the Bonanza Lady Antlers. Starting at guard, number 2, a junior, Grace Ness. A senior, number 11, Ellie Huffman. Number 14, a junior, Vashti Arata. Number 20, a junior, Mary Schooler. And number 23, Julie Hess, a senior. Announced those ladies in a different order than we did up in the booth. You'll hear his voice throughout the rest of the afternoon, Mr. Josh Crawford on public address, the athletic director from Bonanza High School. And our officials tonight from the Klamath Falls Officials Association. Want to remind you before we get started tonight that here in Klamath Falls we are in desperate need of athletic officials, not only in basketball but of all sports. We need you now more than ever. If you want to become an athletic official, all you have to do is visit osaa.org/officials to learn more information. I'm sure that it's the same problem with our friends listening up in Deschutes County, those fans of Trinity Lutheran. Same deal, osaa.org/officials to get things started. Opening tip is collected by Bonanza, and it'll be Schooler who brings it up the near side of the floor. Gets it over to Grace Ness, throws it to Ellie Huffman. Bounce down low to Julie Hess in the paint. And Bonanza, good perimeter shooting team, like to deal around the perimeter. Julie Hess, an errant pass to Mary Schooler. And a turnover. Oh no, I believe it was tipped out by Trinity Lutheran. And so Hess will inbound. Huffman kicks it to Ness. Ness back to Schooler. Now to Huffman. Huffman bouncing it down low to Vashti Arata. Back outside to Julie Hess. How about a 16-foot shot from Grace Ness that's offline. And the Saints collect the rebound. Bringing it up the floor on the far side was Garris. A triple shot at and missed by Weisner, but the Saints collect the rebound. Pass goes down low to Young. Kicks it over to Elliott. Back over to Weisner. She shoves it over to Garris. Garris now to Prelog, trying to dump it down low to Elliott, but a whistle. And I think that one's going against the Lady Antlers. And Julie Hess collects her first foul. A great offensive player, but Hess can find herself in foul trouble from time to time because of how hard she plays. Picks up her first there. Inbound pass is tipped by Bonanza. Loose ball in the paint, picked up by the Antlers. It's Grace Ness. All right. Huffman throws it over to Schooler. Schooler back to Ness, finding Hess on the far side. Bouncing it to Huffman. Huffman driving inside. A nice bounce pass to Arata. Finds its way back to Huffman. Bouncing it to Hess, cutting to the rim and gets fouled. Hess hit the deck pretty hard, but she's heading to the line for 2.
The Saints starting out in the zone defense, and thus far, Bonanza's been able to pass the ball pretty much wherever they want, so they're trying to protect the basket and get every rebound, try to prevent second chance points. I think that's their strategy so far.
Julie Hess's first free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. She is the team's leading scorer, points per game this season, averaging right around 12. But every time that we've seen her this year, she's gotten up over the 20-point margin. Misses both free throws, and the Saints collect the rebound. It's Garris throwing it ahead to Weisner. Still scoreless with 6.5 to go in the first. With it now on the near side is Prelog. Kicks it over to Garris, who fires a triple and drains it. And Trinity Lutheran strikes first in this third-place matchup in the Mountain Valley League. Here come the Bonanza Lady Antlers. Hess with it on the far side. Bouncing it over to Grace Ness. And a nice little cheering section for Trinity Lutheran. They travel well. Got a lot of parents on the near side of the floor. Bonanza parents and fans stationed on the opposite side. But quite a few folks making the trip from Bend. Good to see in a tournament setting like this.
Yeah, good crowd, good venue here at Henley. Lots of room for folks. 4 games today.
Prelog throws it down to Young. Kicks it outside to Weisner. Weisner dumps it back down low to Young. Her first shot no good. The putback also just rims out. But the Saints collect and get a third opportunity here. Garris with it, throws it over to Weisner. Weisner mishandles it for a moment, collects into a mid-range. The bank shot no good, and Bonanza with the rebound.
The Saints getting a few second chances there. They're doing a good job on the board so far.
Pass finds its way out to Julie Hess for a corner 3, no good. Rebound scrambled for at the free throw line. Still a loose ball, finally collected by Trinity Lutheran. Now ahead into the front court to Prelog. Throws it up to Weisner. 12-foot jumper, no good. And it's Ellie Huffman with the rebound. Turning up the pace, trying to beat the defense, but it's picked out of her pocket by Trinity Lutheran. She gets it right back. Hands it to Julie Hess. Throws it down low to Ness. Ness trapped. Kicks it out to Arata. Throws it to Schooler. Schooler likes those long twos. Fires ones off there. It's no good. Schooler gets so close to the three-point line and steps on it. That's kind of where she likes to shoot it from. Does it quite a bit, but misses the opening shot there. Trinity Lutheran leads 3-0 with 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Shot up and short from Elliott. And the Antlers come the other way. Trying to break into the score column. Here's Ness. Ness to Huffman. Huffman driving down low. A nice pass to Arata, and she is fouled on the shot. And so Vashti Arata, a pair coming up from the free throw line.
Bonanza doing a nice job of cutting to the basket. The Saints will try to trap in the corners when they can out of that zone, and that will sometimes leave the middle open. Bonanza good at finding the seam and cutting to the basket. And they earn a couple of free throws here.
First free throw is offline, 4:21 to go in the first. Second free throw, a high arcing shot, is also offline, and the Saints will let it go out of bounds and collect possession.
Sometimes you get those early game jitters. This is a playoff game. If you lose this game, you're not sure if you're eliminated, so a little bit of nerves here. Both teams having trouble scoring the ball.
A loose ball down low, held ball. Possession's going to favor Trinity Lutheran. And they will inbound at the baseline. 4:07 to go in the first. Inbound pass to Young, hands it back off to Garris along the perimeter. Step backs into a triple. No good. And the Lady Antlers with the rebound as Ellie Huffman comes up the floor. Bonanza still looking for their first points. Huffman bounces it out to Schooler. Schooler driving inside. Back out to Huffman for a long two, and it's good for Ellie Huffman.
Good inside-out play. Bonanza penetrates the zone, kicks it out for the easy jumper.
Garris crosses the timeline, shoves it over to Weisner, dumps it down low to Elliott. Elliott going to work in the paint and kicks it back out to Garris. Lofting it over to Prelog, drives baseline, gets trapped down low, and a foul against Bonanza. We'll see who this goes against. There was a couple of Antlers down low, and I think they're charging this one to Vashti Arata. That'll be her first. And a sub coming in for Bonanza. Arata heads out. And it'll be Maggie Ackley checking in, the sophomore for Bonanza. Quick inbound pass is tipped. Weisner collects. And a pass intended for Garris was touched out by Ellie Huffman. And the Saints will hold on to possession here.
Bonanza good in those passing lanes. Getting a lot of hands on the ball, a lot of tips.
Here's Prelog over to Garris. Shoves it over to Weisner. Back to Garris. Throws it near side for a triple from Prelog. And the shot too strong. Battle for the ball underneath is held, and Bonanza will take over.
I'm impressed so far with the Saints' ability to rebound. I think they're rebounding the ball pretty well here in this first quarter as they hang on to that 1 point slim lead.
Here's Ness. Huffman dumps it down low to Hess. Right elbow jumper is in, and Bonanza takes their first lead of the night. They lead 4-3, 2:45 to go in the first quarter. Here's Elliott at the free throw line, has it picked loose, but the loose ball collected by Garris. Well beyond the arc, about half court. Moves along the far side of the floor, gets it to Weisner inside, kicks it over to Young, but Bonanza in the way of the pass. Hess with the outlet over to Huffman, but she mishandles it in the front court and a turnover.
We're seeing that a lot. Bonanza really good in the passing lanes and anticipating the passes. They've knocked away the pass a few times, and that'll lead to some turnovers and hopefully some easy transition baskets if you're an Antlers fan.
Comes to the near side to Prelog. Puts it on the deck, takes a screen left, dumps it down low to Elliott. Her mid-range shot no good, and Julie Hess with the rebound. And a foul in transition off the ball. I believe this is going to go against Trinity Lutheran as Grace Ness was kind of bowled over there.
Yeah, she set a nice screen for the ball handler there and was just run over kind of accidentally, but that's a foul.
Hess, a long triple for Julie Hess is in. 5 points for her, and accustomed to making that three ball. Here's Trinity Lutheran as they try to respond, but another takeaway by Bonanza on the pass intended for Young down low. Here's Julie Hess bringing it up the floor, throws it over to Huffman. Huffman driving inside the paint, finds Hess, kicking it outside to Schooler for three, and the Antlers, another triple.
They are heating up, 10 straight points.
Timeout called by Trinity Lutheran. We'll take it to the Lady Antlers up 10-3 with 1:31 to go in the first. This is the Mountain Valley League Tournament on My Basin.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Welcome back to Henley High School, the site of the 2024 Mountain Valley League Tournament. And right now in the girls' third place game, Bonanza leads Trinity Lutheran 10-3, a 10-0 run from the Lady Antlers and a couple of made triples. They find themselves up 7, but Trinity Lutheran starts with the ball, a minute and a half to go in the first. Here is Prelog. driving the far side. A nice move to the rim and a score for Prelog.
Good aggressive move to the basket.
Here's Grace Ness, throwing it to Schooler. Gets it head of the key to Huffman. Huffman drives inside, kicks it out to Hess. Another take and make for Julie Hess beyond the arc. That gives her 8 points, and her team leads 13-5, under a minute to go in the first. Here's Garris throwing it over to Prelog. Prelog moves around to her left, bouncing it down low to Young. Fires a mid-range shot, high off the backboard and no good. Schooler with the rebound, but it'll be Ellie Huffman who crosses the timeline for Bonanza. Almost a steal. Ness regains control of it. Throws it to Hess, over to Schooler. Another three is offline for Bonanza, but Huffman collects the rebound. Ness throws it to Hess. Hess finds Huffman close to the rim. A tough shot, but it falls for Ellie Huffman.
Bonanza really heating up offensively now.
They lead by 10, 15-5, 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. Driving the baseline again, a miss from Prelog, but the rebound is up and in from Elliott. Snaps a nice run there from Bonanza. 2 seconds to go. A full court heave for Ellie Huffman. Hits the front of the rim, but it does not fall. 15-7 after 8 minutes. We'll be back with second quarter action of the Mountain Valley League Tournament on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Welcome back to Henley High School in the Mountain Valley League Tournament. After one quarter, Bonanza leads Trinity Lutheran 15-7. These two teams last met up on February 5th. It was a 44-39 win for Bonanza. That kicked off a 5-game winning streak for the Lady Antlers, which they carry into tonight. Trinity Lutheran is winners of 4 of their last 5, that one loss coming to Bonanza earlier in the season. Quickly a foul as we jump back into the action. It'll send Ava Garris to the free throw line, and she'll be shooting 2.
Trinity's done a nice job after timeouts, and they're at the quarter break. They've come right out of those breaks with good offensive plays, and each time they've been aggressive to the basket. I'm sure that's what Coach Melandon is telling his kids. To be successful here, you need to be aggressive, drive to the hoop, and then keep being strong on the boards.
First of 2, well, 2 of 2 good at the free throw line for Garris. Score 15-9. Bonanza hustling into the front court. It's Ness with it. Kicks it near side to Schooler. Schooler hands it to Hess. Hess tries to dump it down low to Ness. A loose ball collected by the Lady Antlers. Ness with it. Head of the key. Getting rid of it to Arata in the paint. She tries to drive inside. Bounces it out to Schooler for a long 2 offline. And Trinity Lutheran with the rebound. Saints pushing it up the floor. Ava Garris guarded by Ellie Huffman. Throws it near side to Weisner. It's Elliott who hands it off to Prelog. Outside to Weisner. Trying to slice through the defense. Throws up a contested shot that misses everything. And here's Bonanza now. Ness throws it over to Huffman. Huffman in the paint. Down low to Arata. Backing down the defender. The bucket and the foul for Vashti Arata.
Bonanza really good away from the ball. They know how to cut to the basket. They find space inside. And that time Arata had good position, and she had a chance for a three-point play.
Both of these teams accustomed to the OSAA state playoffs. They each have made it both of the last 2 seasons, as the free throw is no good. Last year, Trinity Lutheran had to win 8 straight games to make it, as Julie Hess drains a triple. I believe they're actually going to call that a long two for Hess. And a shot taken and missed on the other side by Weisner. Pass goes down low to Ness, hands it off to Schooler. Schooler trying to split the defense, loses it down low, and it's ripped away by Elliott. Garris, overhead pass to Weisner. Mid-range shot is no good, but Weisner's fouled, and she's going to the line.
That was a good defensive possession for the Saints that time. They need to get a few stops. Try to cut into this lead before halftime. I'm sure that's their goal here.
All right, the first free throw is no good for Weisner. Sub coming in for Bonanza, Schooler to the bench, and Ackley in. And another free throw on the way for Weisner. That one's it. 19-10, 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Huffman throws it down low to Ackley. Bounces it out, intended for Hess, but taken away by Prelog. She races into the front court, guarded by Ness. Driving baseline, spins around, kicks it outside to Young for a mid-range. No good. Young follows her rebound, kicks it outside to Prelog for a triple. That's no good. Ackley with the rebound. Now Julie Hess shoves it ahead to Grace Ness. Back to Hess. Hess along the near side, spins around, loses the dribble for a moment, but recollects, fires a fastball down low to Ellie Huffman, trapped in the near corner, wiggles out of it, finds Hess cutting to the rim, and a mid-range is good for Julie Hess.
Nice shot off the glass. Some more good cutting. Lots of movement on Bonanza's offense.
They lead 21-10, 5:15 to go in the second quarter. Elliott, right elbow jumper, no good. They collect their own rebound, and another foul committed to Weisner. Bonanza can't believe it.
There's some moans in the crowd on that one.
Weisner heading to the line for two more, 1 of 2 so far at the free throw line. Want to remind everybody watching today that today's broadcast brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install just tires and wheels. Come on in for a free pre-trip safety check. They're going to make sure that everything is in working order at Les Schwab Tires. The Saints come up empty at the free throw line there, but Hess, bothered in the backcourt, has it picked away, but as it goes out of bounds, it was last touched by Ella Prelog, so Bonanza holds on to possession here.
Yeah, Trinity here is trying to apply a little more pressure defensively now. They want to try to force some turnovers.
Coach Struve calling timeout. Going to see how his offense attacks it coming out of the break. They lead 21-10. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. This is the Mountain Valley League Tournament on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends. How to fit in. How to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back with you from Henley High School in the Mountain Valley League Tournament. This is the third place girls game, and right now Bonanza leads 21-10 over Trinity Lutheran.
Please remember that you're here to cheer positively, so I don't have to kick anyone out. Thank you.
It'll be an inbound for Bonanza. Ellie Huffman to Ness. Ness, head of the key, over to Hess. Dumping it down low, intended for Huffman, but taken away by Trinity Lutheran. Weisner stole it away. She races into the front court. A mid-range shot left short. Gets a second look at it. That one's too strong. And the Lady Antlers get the rebound on the second opportunity. Hess now racing into the front court. And I believe she's going to get fouled. A hold committed by Trinity Lutheran. Prelog picks up her first. And the inbound goes to Arata. Tosses it to Huffman, to Hess in the corner for three. It's in for Julie Hess.
That's a good inbound play. Hess threw the ball in, then just kind of sneaked into that corner, got the ball right back, hit the three.
Bonanza up 24-10, 4:18 to go in the second. Trinity Lutheran tried to answer with a triple, but Prelog misses it wide right. And a couple of subs coming in for Trinity Lutheran. We're seeing Kaylin Starling and Rocky Berger checking in. Berger a freshman and Starling a sophomore. A young team from Bend, Oregon. Here's Hess driving into the paint. Tough look, can't get it. Bonanza gets the rebound, but the putback offline. They get a third look, but throw it out of bounds. Trinity Lutheran taking possession in front of their own bench. Here's Prelog. Driving the right side, and a blocking foul. The official looked like he was about ready to give the charge, but changed his mind. And it's a blocking foul.
It was very close. It looked like she might have been set, but at the last minute, he decided she was moving a little bit.
Inbound pass to Elliott. Throws it over to Garris. Back over to Prelog. She fires a triple, and it's in. 5 points for Prelog. Here, her team trails 24-13. Here's Hess. 3.5 to go in the second quarter, and a whistle. They're going to charge this one to Ava Garris. That's her second and third team foul for the Saints. Inbound pass for the Antlers goes to Ellie Huffman. A floater from the left side is no good. Battle for the rebound underneath, won by the Saints. And Ava Garris going to bring it up the floor. 3:18 to go in the second quarter, an 11-point lead for Bonanza. Garris driving all the way inside, throws up a shot, it's no good. Rebound comes near side to Huffman. And she's going to throw it ahead to Hess in the front court. Hess, head of the key, bouncing it over to Huffman. Tries to get it down low to Arata. A beautiful pass and a score for Bonanza.
Good offensive trip down the floor that time for Bonanza. Good passing and an easy shot under the basket.
Saints trying to find a way to answer. A mid-range shot taken and missed by Prelog. Battle for the ball, underneath one by Bonanza. Grace Ness brings it along the far side. Ness back out to Huffman. Huffman going to drive the left side. Finds Ackley. Kicks it out to Ness. Now to Hess. Hess going to work against the defender. Spins around, has her shot blocked. Collects the loose ball. Kicks it out to Ness. 10 to shoot for Bonanza. Over to Ackley. Now 7 to shoot. Arata down low. They're running out of time. Hess driving to the rim. Her shot's blocked, and the Saints take it over. Elliott throwing it ahead to Berger, and it's stripped away by Bonanza. Huffman takes it. Huffman into the front court, throwing it to Hess, but it's taken away by the Saints. Nice job by Prelog to get a hand in the way of that pass and create the steal. And here's Garris into the front court. Garris tossing it down low to Prelog, but the pass too hot, out of bounds. Bonanza takes over.
There have been a lot of steals in the transition, a lot of turnovers in transition. When you bring the ball up the floor, you really have to be aware of who's behind you. We've seen a lot of that today where the ball's been poked from behind from the person with the ball.
Here's Huffman, bounces it over to Ackley. Ackley back to Huffman in the near corner. Tries to get it to Hess, miscommunication, taken away by Prelog. Picked up by Ness in the front court. Prelog throws one high off the glass, won't get it. Rebound is collected by Berger. Throws it out to Garris for a triple, no good. Rebound goes back to Trinity Lutheran. Their third attempt, no good. How about 4 from Elliott? That's also offline. Trinity Lutheran having trouble buying a bucket here in the second quarter. They trail by 13. Here's Ness into the front court with a minute to go in the second quarter. She's trapped. Gets rid of it down low to Ackley. Finds Hess underneath the cup. Throws it back top of the key to Huffman. Bouncing it to Ackley. Now back to Huffman. Huffman throws it to Hess out of bounds, and Trinity Lutheran takes over. Another errant pass from Bonanza.
Yeah, the Saints are intentionally picking up the pace defensively. They really are trying to be more aggressive, and that's helped them out the last couple of possessions.
It was Starling with it. Now it's going to be Berger. Her triple no good. Rebound collected by Julie Hess. Hess throws it ahead to Huffman. 30 seconds to go in the half. Pass inside, taken away by Garris. Garris trying to turn up the pace. Bounces it to Prelog. Back to Garris. A layup is in for Trinity.
Good back and forth passing. Easy basket.
26-15, Bonanza leads. 15 seconds to go in the half, and they can control the last possession with the shot clock off. Here's Ness along the near side. Ness throwing it to Ackley. 5 to shoot. Ackley spins around the defender. The shot too strong, and Trinity Lutheran with the rebound. They won't take a final shot, and we go to the locker rooms with Bonanza leading by 11. 26-15 halftime stats, and a look at the rest of the afternoon next as we continue your coverage from the Mountain Valley League Tournament at Henley High School on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of defined me as a person. I love to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Back with you from Henley High School for our continuing coverage of the Mountain Valley League Tournament on mybasin.com. At halftime of the first game today, third place game between the Bonanza Lady Antlers and Trinity Lutheran Saints, it's Bonanza leading by 11, 26-15. Leading scorers so far, we'll start with Bonanza, 14 points for Julie Hess in that first half and a couple of made triples. She's played well. 5 points for Vashti Arata, 4 for Ellie Huffman, and 3 for Mary Schooler. For Trinity Lutheran, 7 points for Ava Garris, 5 for Ella Prelog, and 2 for Ava Elliott, and 1 for Aubrey Weisner. Those are your leading scorers for both teams so far, and that first quarter is really where Bonanza kind of opened things up. They had trouble getting that first bucket, but once they saw that first one fall, they've kind of turned up the heat on offense.
Yeah, you know Bonanza can shoot. We knew that going into this game, and when they're a streaky team. I think they went on a 15-2 run. They started to heat up, and that really gave them that big enough lead to kind of work with, and they've held it here through halftime as they're ahead by 11. You know, there's lots of elements to basketball. I feel like Trinity did a good job on the rebounds. They got plenty of steals.
Sure.
They probably had twice as many shot attempts with second chance points. Sometimes basketball is simple. The best shooter is going to win, and Bonanza's just out shooting them right now. Bonanza's shooting the ball very well, and Trinity Lutheran just having a little trouble scoring.
We tend to see this sometimes on Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon games, especially for a traveling team. You know, this is technically a neutral site game. Bonanza only took about a half hour to get here. Trinity Lutheran about 2.5 hour bus ride. That's certainly a difference. And Trinity Lutheran, they're starting to play a little bit better defense in that second quarter. Just got to get their feet underneath them, and the game's certainly not out of reach by any means. Yeah, and I'm sure their coach is telling them stay aggressive. When they've been successful, they've been aggressive defensively, gotten some steals, and then I think their best chance offensively is to take the ball to the rim. Do that pump fake, get around your defender,
and then take your shot.
Certainly. Right now, trailing by 11, 26-15 at halftime. Bonanza in front of Trinity Lutheran. We're going to take another break here on the halftime show. When we come back, we'll give you a look at what the rest of the afternoon looks like as we continue your coverage of the Mountain Valley League Tournament on mybasin.com.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Welcome back to Henley High School in the Mountain Valley League Tournament on mybasin.com. Right now at halftime, 26-15, Bonanza leads Trinity Lutheran in the girls' third-place game. Here's what the rest of the schedule looks like for you today. After the conclusion of this one, the Crosspoint Christian boys take on the Bonanza boys, an inter-basin matchup, and the fellas warming up on the floor right now. Going to take, probably a 30-minute break before we get to the championship games tonight. Chiloquin, Queens, taking on North Lake Paisley, the Co-op, the Cowgirls. That'll be the girls' championship game. And then the nightcap tonight, Lost River taking on Trinity Lutheran. The boys' title game will be at about 7:45. And again, every single game today on mybasin.com. If you know somebody who knows a kid or has family members going to the schools and you want them to watch, they can do so totally for free tonight on mybasin.com. My name is Josh Eldredge. Kevin Petrick is here with me today. Matt Bowling going to be joining us momentarily for the boys game. He's been running camera for us. So it's a great day for basketball in the Basin, and I'm excited for the rest of the afternoon. It should be fun.
We made it playoff basketball.
I know.
And make no mistake about it, this is a playoff day. Each of the games have a little bit different circumstances for each team. So it depends kind of on where you're ranked, whether or not you'll make it in the tournament, whether you win or lose. But in this particular game in front of us right now, teams aren't really sure. They're both going to play hard to try to win. They're going to do what they can to win this game. And then, of course, the winner will get an automatic berth.
Right.
And then if they happen to lose the game, then they'll have to see where the rankings end up, and they may get in that way. But, yeah, the games are you're going to have good opponents. This is what the coaches like to see. You get to work on your skills. You can see what you need and, maybe where you're lacking, and you still have a chance to play through it because you're not eliminated. If you advance, you can get your game in shape for next week.
Yeah, we mentioned a little bit about what the playoffs look like. I want to go over that briefly before we get ready for the third quarter. 24 teams qualify, 3 from each league. So the winner here will make it to the state playoffs. Then after that, there's 8 at-large teams that make it in based off the OSAA power rankings. If Trinity Lutheran comes up short and stays where they are right now, that kind of puts them on the bubble. Right now, of 8 teams that could make it into the state playoffs, they're number 7 right now. A loss could slide them a little bit. Of course, you never know until the final power rankings are released. Meantime, for Bonanza, a loss still hurts, and you still have to give it up to the OSAA power rankings, but they're a little bit safer. They would be, I believe, 2 out of 8, so they'd have to slide quite a ways to miss the playoffs entirely. But still a second half of basketball to go that will decide it. Who will be the third team coming out of the Mountain Valley League and into the OSAA state playoffs? We'll find out when we come back. Third quarter action lays ahead as we continue your coverage of the Mountain Valley League tournament on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever. Wondering if you're coming home. I just
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Again, I want to say thank you to Henry for allowing us to use their gym. Remember, the concession stand, all proceeds go to their track program. It's also good to see the head Henry girls basketball.
All right, just about ready for the third quarter today as the Bonanza Antlers taking on the Trinity Lutheran Saints. Again, my name is Josh Eldredge, Kevin Petrick with me. You hear his voice, Matt Bowling running the camera. He'll be calling the boys' games this afternoon. So glad that you could be with us wherever in the state you're listening from, whether you're a Bonanza fan here in the Basin or a Trinity Lutheran fan up in Bend, Oregon, or a fan of any one of the other schools that'll be playing today. Thank you so much for being with us as we're back ready for the third quarter. Lady Antlers will start with possession, but a quick takeaway and another takeaway as the pass intended for Weisner bounced off the back of her head. Ball goes out of bounds.
We were talking about that a little while ago.
Yeah.
That there were three change of possessions right there on that little transition. So you want to take care of the ball when you can.
After it all, Trinity Lutheran has possession. And it's Garris who's the leading scorer so far for the Saints. She's got 7 points after the first half. Throws it over to Elliott. Elliott back to Garris. Now near side to Weisner. Weisner dumping it down low to Elliott. Kicking it out to Weisner. She fires a triple too strong. And Arata with the rebound for Bonanza. She's kind of trapped at a takeaway for Trinity Lutheran and a bucket. Credit Young with the hard work, and that's her first 2 points of the game.
Yeah, some full court pressure there to come out in the third quarter. That paid off for the Saints.
Here's Huffman coming along the near side. Bounces it to Arata. To Hess in the corner. Gets it to Ness in the paint. A beautiful find to Arata close to the rim. 2 points for her, and Bonanza answers with a bucket.
Good bounce pass in the paint right there. Nicely done.
28-17 the score. 6:52 to go in the third quarter. Here's Elliott on the right elbow. Kicks it out to Prelog. Dumps it down low to Young. Underhand pass goes outside to Elliott for a 2-point bucket. Adlers racing up the floor. Huffman with it. Huffman has it picked away, and Hess recollects in the backcourt. Bouncing it ahead to Grace Ness, bringing it along the far side of the floor. Dumps it to Schooler in the corner. Schooler finds Hess. Hess trying to get it down low to Ackley, but a foul. I think they're going to call this on the floor against Young, and that is the call.
Yeah, both teams showing man-to-man here. A little more physical down there.
Inbound pass to Arata, kicks it to Ness. Ness trying to find Bonanza down low, but it's taken away by Garris. Garris throws it ahead to Weisner, and the layup in the paint is good. And the Saints trim it down to a 7-point margin. Pass intended for Ness, wild from Huffman, out of bounds, and the Saints take over. And their fans on the near side of the floor finally given something to cheer about, making themselves known. We crossed the 6-minute mark to go in the third quarter. It'll be Garris who brings the ball up. Pass comes near side to Weisner. Dumps it to Young. Kick it back to Weisner for a corner three. No good. Rebound collected by Young, and she's fouled on the shot.
Yeah, a key part of every game is the beginning of that third quarter after halftime. You know, the adjustments that you make. And Trinity's been successful here. They picked up the defense a little bit. They're getting good shots, and they're scoring the basketball.
Well, they're scoring in the paint, which is one of the things that you had mentioned. Their outside shooting has been a little bit questionable in that first half, but they've been good in the paint, and they're relying on that here early in the third. First free throw was good for Kaya Young, and I think there was an issue with the substitutions, and I think we've got it set up now. Both teams have 5 players on the floor, and Kaya Young set for a second free throw. It's no good. Rebound collected by Elliott in the Saints. Kicks it back outside to Young. Finds Garris for a 3. No good. Rebound collected by Schooler. Score 28-22, at least by my count. The gym is, let's see. Here's Garris throwing it near to Weisner. Weisner down low to Young. Turnaround jumper no good. And the rebound goes out of bounds.
The Saints back to kind of dominating the rebounds here early in the third. And that's going to be a key to their success.
And I'm going to change the score on the scoreboard, 28-21. As that's the score in the gym. A miss on the other side by Ackley. Here come the Saints. Pass goes down low to Prelog. Prelog kicks it over to Elliott. Elliott over to Weisner for a long two. Too strong. And it'll be Ellie Huffman who brings it up. And a triple shot at and missed by Grace Ness. That's Campbell, I believe. No, Elliott with the rebound, take and miss. And Bonanza coming the other way. Julie Hess tossing it to Schooler. Schooler to Huffman. Huffman to Ness. Ness back to Hess. Trinity Lutheran pressing a little bit on defense. Hess spins around the defender, finds a lane to the cup, but can't convert on the layup.
This has been a hectic quarter. A lot of back and forth. The kids are noticeably tired. There's a lot of tired people out there right now. They got to fight through it.
Young kicking it out to Weisner. Dumps it back down low to Young. Spins around, has her shot blocked by Hess. And Hess picks up the loose ball. Trying to work her way up the floor. And another time that Ness is bowled over on the screen. She sets those screens and Kaya Young blows right through her.
We'll get a little rest for the players here with the timeout.
All right, 28-21. We'll step aside on mybasin.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
All right, back in the third quarter, 3:48 on the game clock, and a 28-21 ball game with Bonanza leading a much-needed rest for both teams, but we're back into the action. Here's Ness on the near side. Ness on the near side. Back to Schooler. Schooler kicks it to Huffman. Pass broken up for a moment, but Huffman recollects and drains a long two. For Huffman, that's 6 points for her today. Her team up by 9. 3.5 to go in the third. Young down low. Has it ripped away. Loose ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by last touched by Bonanza, it looks like. Yeah, so the Saints going to take it at the baseline underneath the rim. And it'll be Garris to inbound. Dumping it quickly to Weisner. Finds its way out to Garris. Garris steps back for a long two. Won't go, but Trinity Lutheran again with a tough rebound. Weisner with the second look. That won't go. Ackley with the rebound. And she finds Hess. Hess going to bring it into the front court for Bonanza. Loses the dribble, but recollects at half court. She's kind of trapped, has to get rid of it. Finds Ness. Bouncing it out to Schooler. Schooler to Huffman at the baseline. Finding Schooler for a right elbow jumper, blocked by Elliott. Loose ball is still loose, batted out and collected by Ness. But a collision at half court. We'll see what the foul is. They're going to call this one against Weisner. And Bonanza going to keep possession, inbounding on the near side of the floor.
That's their third foul of the quarter.
Here's Huffman, bouncing it to Hess. Dumps it down low to Schooler. Quick pass out to Ness. Down low to Ackley. Kicks it over to Huffman, and a blocking foul committed by Weisner. That's 2 quick fouls for her here in the third. That'll be her third foul and the fourth for the Saints. And subs coming in. Weisner will check out. And it'll be Berger checking in. Hess inbounds to Schooler. One step inside the perimeter. Mary Schooler's shot hits the front iron. Trinity Lutheran hustling into the front court. Prelog trying to take it herself. Backs up, mid-range, bank shot is in. Here's Huffman racing up the floor. Layup no good. Ackley with the rebound. Dumps it down low to Ness. Won't go. Ackley with a third look. That's no good. The rebound ripped away by Garris. Garris with a move into the front court. Driving baseline. Loses the defender. Driving to the rim and a bucket. Nice move by Garris to trim the lead to 5.
Coast to coast, and they get a steal off the inbound.
They get the ball back. Prelog slowing things down. Pass goes over to Garris for 3, won't go, and Huffman with the rebound, but she steps out. Trinity Lutheran with some momentum in the closing minutes of the third quarter. 1:40 left to go, and a sub for Bonanza. It'll be Vashti Arata checking in for Ackley. And Garris to inbound, finding Berger. Fires away, bank shot no good. And Ness with the rebound, throws it to Huffman. Huffman ahead to Schooler. Schooler trying to slice the defense. Gets clogged in the lane. Kicks it back out to Huffman. Throws up a floater. It's in.
Nice drive to the basket. Gives Bonanza that 7-point lead.
It's Garris into the front court. Near side to Prelog. Gets it to Elliott at the free throw line. Elliott back to Prelog. Driving the left side. Tries to use the glass but won't get it. And Hess throwing it ahead to Ness. Bonanza into the front court. Under a minute to go now in the third. Here's Huffman. Near side, crosses up the defender. Finds some room in the paint. Her shot no good. Rebound collected by Trinity Lutheran. It's Berger. 49 seconds to go in the third. And a 7-point game. 32-25. Bonanza leads. Here's Young. Down low. Her shot offline. And the rebound collected by Arata. 4 seconds separate shot and game clock. And Schooler racing into the front court, and I believe she's going to get tied up. A held ball. Possession favors the Lady Antlers. Thought it might have been a double dribble, but it's instead a tie-up. Antlers get a second breath of life. 29 seconds to go in the third, 25 on the shot clock. Hess to inbound, top of the key to Schooler. Schooler puts it on the deck, dumps it down low to Arata, bounces it back out to Hess, to Ness, to Schooler. 3, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and the way of Trinity Lutheran. They'll have an opportunity at the last possession of the quarter with about 18 seconds to go.
The Saints have really shown a sense of urgency this quarter. Try to get one more hoop.
Here's Garris. Throwing it over to Prelog. She drives in. A free throw line jumper is no good. The rebound is collected by Ness. 6 seconds to go for the Antlers. Now 4. Ness throws it ahead to Arata. Now to Hess. She won't get the shot off. And we go to the fourth quarter, 32-25. Bonanza 8 minutes away from clinching an OSAA state playoff spot. More coverage from the Mountain Valley League tournament next on mybasin.com.
All I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever. Wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face. I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Fourth quarter action, moments away, rather, on mybasin.com. Bonanza leads 32-25 in this girls' third place matchup. Winner of this game gets an immediate berth into the 32-team 1A girls basketball state playoff bracket. The loser will have to hope that their power rankings stay good enough to stay in the mix. Still 8 minutes away from crowning a winner, but right now Bonanza leads by 7. Pass goes down low to Young. Misses her first look. Rebound batted out and collected by Schooler. Now it's Huffman. Trinity Lutheran, kind of a soft press, moving up the floor to Schooler. Ahead to Ness. Back to Schooler, cutting to the rim. The bucket is good.
That's what they do best. Just cut to the rim, get a good entry pass. Makes for an easy 2.
Here's Garris spinning around, getting into the paint. A nice shot falls for Garris.
She has nice touch.
She does. She's got 11 points so far today. 34-27, Bonanza leads, 7:17 to go in the fourth quarter. Schooler over to Ness, gets Schooler again, same action and same result for Bonanza.
Yeah. They are really finding that offense to work when they cut.
Here's Garris into the front court for Trinity Lutheran. Trying to get it down low, but a takeaway by Bonanza. Hess into the front court for the Antlers. Throws it near corner to Ness. A long two, rims out. Rebound collected by Young. She hands it to Garris, running the point for Trinity Lutheran. She brings it up. Kicks it over to Prelog. Prelog to Elliott. Back to Garris. Picked away by Huffman, but Trinity Lutheran recollects. 19 to shoot for the Saints. Driving inside, a nice move and a score by Garris, trying to do it herself and will her team back into this game. 36-29, 6.5 to go. Here's Ness. Ness throws it to Arata, puts it on the deck. Right hook shot is no good, but she's fouled. And so Vashti Arata heading to the line for two.
Yeah, early in this quarter, Bonanza's really finding themselves close to the basket. They're doing a nice job getting open and getting easy shots. And that's why they lead by 7.
First free throw from Arata. It's up, and it's no good. She's had a little bit of trouble at the free throw line tonight. That miss makes her 1 for 4. Here's her second look. And that one is no good, but let's see, did she earn 3 free throws?
It might have been a lane violation. Was there a violation there?
Gotcha. I think you might be right. And that free throw good. 37-29. 6:10 to go in the fourth, and Jim just gave the wrong team the point. There we go.
That's right.
Pass tipped out of bounds by Bonanza, and Trinity Lutheran holds on to it. Sub coming in for the Saints. Out goes Elliott. And trying to see who that was coming in. It looks to be Kaylin Starling. Quick triple shot at and missed by Berger. Bonanza with the rebound. So they bring it up the floor. Leading by 8. Bonanza, a lucky break there. Throwing it over to Schooler. Schooler back to Ness. Ness to Huffman. Throws it to Hess. To Schooler. Head of the key. A long two for Schooler, left short. Rebound goes out of bounds, and Trinity Lutheran takes over. 5:37 to go in the ball game, and an 8-point lead for Bonanza.
Yeah, we're starting to see the coaches here and what's on their minds. Coach Struve, I've seen him a few times. Want him to calm down, slow it down with the lead. Meanwhile, Trinity's trying to push the ball, be aggressive.
Down low, it's Weisner. Kicks it outside to Prelog for 3. Front iron, no good. Trinity Lutheran wins the rebound, but the putback attempt offline. Now Bonanza hustling into the front court. Huffman, a quick pull-up and a miss. And Trinity Lutheran with the rebound. It's Prelog. Prelog guarded by Ness. Takes it in herself. Turnaround J won't go. And a foul on the floor going to be charged against Trinity Lutheran.
Yeah, they're trying to apply full court pressure when they can, and they will fall into a few fouls here late. That'll happen.
And timeout called by Coach Struve. We'll take it to 37-29. Bonanza leads Trinity Lutheran at the Mountain Valley League Tournament on mybasin.com.
Introduce Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Back with you. Fourth quarter action continues from the Mountain Valley League Tournament at Henley High School. exclusive coverage of all games today on mybasin.com. Thanks for being with us. Just about halfway through the fourth quarter in the first game of the afternoon. Bonanza leads 37-29 over Trinity Lutheran.
Coach Struve a little bit animated over there, trying to get his team to realize sometimes this happens. We're ahead. There's only 5 minutes left. Take our time a little bit. Kids will come down. They'll see that open three. They'll get that. They'll jack it up as soon as they get over the line. So I'm sure he's telling them right now, take it a little easy. Bonanza's very good when they make 2 or 3 or 4 passes on offense. They're really good at cutting and getting open. If they run their offense, I think they'll be in good shape here for the last 5 minutes.
Ness takes the inbound as the Antlers start with possession. A quick shot from Ness, no good. Rebound collected by Arata. Trapped at the baseline but finds Ness. Tries to get it to Huffman. Bounce goes back outside to Ness. Sets her feet for a three and knocks it down.
Well done that time.
That's Grace Ness's first points. Extends this lead out to 11. Biggest lead of the night for Bonanza was 13. Pass comes inside. The bank shot no good from Prelog, and the Antlers tear down the glass. Here's Hess into the front court. Spins around, bounces it to Ellie Huffman. Gets around the first defender. The layup is no good. The rebound collected by Berger. Here's Garris. Garris along the left side. Her shot, I believe, was blocked out of bounds. And Trinity Lutheran keeps possession. Kaya Young checking into the game. Out goes Starling. Tries for the inbound, tipped out of bounds, and Trinity Lutheran another shot at that inbound pass.
Bonanza's defense has been pretty good the last 2 or 3 trips down the floor, and that's helped them get this 11-point lead. Playing a lot better here.
Garris to inbound, finds Young, kicks it ahead to Prelog. Back to Garris, coming off a screen, trying to drive inside, but loses it. Held ball underneath. Are they going to call it travel? No. Held ball at the free throw line. Possession favoring Bonanza. Inbound pass to Ness. Ness into the front court, over to Julie Hess. Hess bouncing it to Schooler. Schooler is going to get fouled. And this is going to be charged to Weisner. That'll be her fourth. One away from ending the afternoon. Bonanza inbound to Huffman. Underhand dish to Ness. Can she do it again? No, misses that one from range. Weisner almost picked it away from behind, and it's inside to Ness. Outside to Schooler. Long mid-range, no good. Rebound is battled for underneath and won by Garris. Garris throws it ahead to Young, all alone at the rim, can't do it. Hess saves it from going out of bounds, but gets it right to Weisner. She goes up for a shot, no good. Weisner's second look, no. How about three? Off again. Trinity Lutheran collects another rebound, falling to the deck. Pass goes out of bounds, and I believe Trinity Lutheran is going to keep possession of the basketball.
They're getting lots of chances in there, just can't get the ball to go through.
Garris to inbound, head of the key to Berger, trying to drive against Hess, kicks it outside to Prelog, down low to Weisner, her shot taken away by Schooler. Schooler into the front court, 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Here's Hess, throwing it near side to Ness, down low to Arata, but Hess collects the loose ball, bounces it to Schooler, trying to get it to Arata down low, loose ball, batted out to Huffman. Huffman driving in the paint, uses the glass, but the shot won't go. And timeout called by Coach Melandon of Trinity Lutheran. We'll take it to 2:40 to go in the ball game. 40-29, Bonanza leads Trinity Lutheran at the Mountain Valley League Tournament on mybasin.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Back with you in the fourth quarter at Henley High School. Just a few miles south of downtown Klamath Falls for the Mountain Valley League tournament on mybasin.com. 40-29 the score right now. Bonanza a couple minutes away from clinching another berth into the state tournament. For them, that would make it 4 consecutive seasons for Bonanza. Last year in the playoffs. In the opening round, they beat Southwest Christian 53-44 before getting knocked out by Nikiwe 65-41 in the second round.
Coach Melandon, I'm sure, told his team now they've got to be aware of the score and the time. So probably some short possessions, get the shot off, get some threes if you can.
Prelog to Elliott, back out to Prelog. Has it taken away by Hess, picked her pocket. Hess, pressured from behind, racing all the way up the floor, dishes it over to Grace Ness. A triple is no good, and the rebound collected by Elliott. Here's Garris. Garris at the free throw line, tries to bank it in and does.
That's a good quick score. That's what you want to do. Now they need to get the ball back, apply some pressure defensively.
Huffman kicks it to Ness in the near corner. Clock is on Bonanza's side as we cross 2 minutes to go in the ball game. A three made by Ellie Huffman. That's her first made triple of the ball game, and none bigger than that. 43-31, 1:50 to go in the fourth.
That was a big shot.
Garris tries to answer a long triple, won't go after a high bounce on the back rim, but the putback is there. And I believe that was Elliott with the bucket. 10-point game, 1.5 to go in the fourth. Ness throws it over to Schooler. Trinity Lutheran not fouling yet. Schooler comes along the near side, kicks it to Ness in the near corner. Ness takes a screen, gets it top of the key, terminates the dribble. Kind of bothered, gets it to Ackley. Ackley driving inside, and she's going to travel, trying to step to the rim, giving Trinity Lutheran possession with 1:16 to go in the ball game. Pass over to Weisner. Weisner loses the dribble. It goes out of bounds, but I want to say it was last touched by Schooler. I think she tipped it, and so the Saints hold on to possession. They're going to have to move quick. Inbound pass goes to Prelog. She's driving inside, pops from 14 and drains it.
Cuts the lead to 8.
Trinity Lutheran still not fouling, not pressing. And a timeout called by Coach Struve of Bonanza will take it to 58 seconds to go in the ball game, and Bonanza leads by 8. The Mountain Valley League tournament on mybasin.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Just under a minute to go in the ball game, and Bonanza leads by 8, 43-35. Winner books their trip to the 32-team 1A OSAA state tournament bracket. Loser has to rely on the power rankings to sneak in, and those will freeze by midnight tonight. So if you're curious, after this one concludes, that's when you're going to want to check on OSAA.org. All the playoff qualifications will be set by midnight tonight.
We'll see if Trinity chooses to foul here and try to get the ball back through the free throw method.
A few fouls to give for them, though.
Yeah, they do. They have a couple.
Inbound pass to Huffman. They're not going to foul her right away. They're going to try to trap her, maybe create a steal. Huffman drives inside to Ness. 52 seconds remain in the ball game. Ness loses the dribble for a moment. Now kicks it to Schooler. Schooler over to Ness. 17 seconds on the shot clock for Bonanza. Ness trapped for a moment, loses it. Scramble for the ball. It's taken away by Garris. Garris throws it ahead to Weisner, and she's fouled on the shot, going to the free throw line with 34 seconds to go in the game.
They burned a little bit of clock there, but it's a nice steal for Trinity, able to get the ball without fouling. And they can add 2 here to their score, cut this lead to 6 if she makes them both.
Here's Weisner's first. It's in. Lane violation, and Weisner's make is wiped off the board. 43-36. And they're probably going to try to foul Bonanza now with almost no time left. The inbound pass off the backboard. They're going to say that is out of bounds, and so Trinity Lutheran gets possession. That's a gift.
Yeah, a couple of good breaks for Trinity here late. Let's look at the ball back.
Still have to move quick. Inbound pass to Prelog. She fires away a triple and makes it. Quick inbound pass to Arata, kicking it to Ness. They have to foul. Shot clock is off. They have to foul. And they will. They foul Huffman finally after another 6 or 7 seconds go off the game clock, and still one more foul needed to put Bonanza into the bonus. Hess to inbound. Lofting it inside to Huffman. Ball goes out of bounds. And I believe they're going to say this one stays with Bonanza, and it will. Another second and a half off the game clock. 18.3 to go and a 4-point game. Hess to inbound. Bouncing it to Huffman, and they foul her. Huffman going to the line. These will be her first free throws of the day. And not a bad idea, even if she makes both of them. Still a 2-possession game, and Bonanza has had their struggles at the free throw line today. Only 2 of 7 at the line as a team. And again, this is Huffman's first. We're going to have time before she shoots her free throws with 16.6 to go in a 4-point game. This is the Mountain Valley League Tournament on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Fourth quarter in the closing seconds, about 16 seconds to be exact. And when we come out of the timeout, Ellie Huffman, a senior from Bonanza, will be shooting her first free throws of the afternoon. So far, she's got 11 points. Again, hasn't shot a free throw yet. Bonanza so far, only 2 of 7 from the penalty stripe so far as a team. And even a make here, a couple of makes, keeps it a 2-possession ball game. So Trinity Lutheran, after all is said, and questionable plays maybe from up here in the booth in the last minute, but they're still not out of it yet.
Yeah. You see it in football all the time. They try to ice the kicker.
Right.
I think that's what the coach was doing here. Give a little time to think about this free throw. Obviously, the Saints need a miss here. Get the ball down the other end.
Yeah, Bonanza not worrying at all about a possible rebound. They've got 4 players in the backcourt as Huffman drains the first.
That was an important free throw. Well done.
Huffman's second free throw on the way is in. And so a 6-point game with 15 seconds to go. Garris is going to walk it up the floor, dribbles it into the corner, hands it off to Prelog for 3. No good, and the rebound is collected by the Saints. A held ball possession favors Trinity Lutheran. 8 seconds to go, and they trail by 6.
Those were clutch free throws by Huffman. Really, really well done. It's going to make it difficult here for Trinity.
Inbound to Weisner, throwing it over to Young. They got to take a shot, 5 seconds to go. Garris for 3, no good. The putback is in. And that is going to do it as Elliott scored the last 2 points of the game. But the Saints fall short, 45-41. We're going to wrap this one up quickly for you on the other side. This is the Mountain Valley League Tournament on mybasin.com. Back with you on mybasin.com. Final score in the first of 4 games today. Bonanza, the Lady Antlers, claim third place over Trinity Lutheran, 45-41. We'll go over the leading scorers for you. 14 points from Julie Hess today for Bonanza. All of those in the first half. 13 points for Ellie Huffman today, 8 for Vashti Arata, 7 for Mary Schooler, and 3 for Grace Ness. For Trinity Lutheran, 15 points for Ava Garris, 12 for Ella Prelog, 8 for Ava Elliott, 4 for Aubrey Weisner, and 3 for Kaya Young. A great way to tip off a long day of basketball. Trinity Lutheran made things interesting at the end, but it was the Antlers who held on.
Yeah, that was a good game, fun game, only a 4-point margin there, and I feel like Bonanza's offense was just a little bit better today. They had about that 5-minute stretch in the first quarter where they caught fire from 3, scored a lot of points. I think that was the difference today.
Trinity Lutheran falling in this one, giving Bonanza third place in the conference and the last automatic bid to the 32-team OSAA state playoffs for the Mountain Valley League. Now, Trinity Lutheran, even though this is a loss, their season not over, they still have an opportunity to slide in via an at-large bid. According to their power rankings, they're number 29 right now, although they could slide depending on the loss. Again, we don't know for sure, but keep your eyes on OSAA.org tonight. The rankings freeze, and we'll know for sure if the Saints crack the playoffs. But for Bonanza, they've now made their 4th straight OSAA state playoff run, and they'll make it. Again, we don't quite know who they're going to play or where exactly they'll be seated. Keep your eyes on OSAA.org. Want to take a quick look now at the rest of the schedule if you plan on sticking with us through the rest of the afternoon. Crosspoint Christian boys taking on Bonanza boys next. That'll be the third place game in that conference. Same deal. Winner gets an automatic bid to the playoffs. And the loser, well, it looks to me like the loser will also probably get into the playoffs based off the power rankings, but we'll deal with that in a couple of minutes when we get ready to bring you that game. In the meantime, we're going to take a pause. You'll see these fellas warm up, and when we're ready to go, Matt Bowling will join you for play-by-play on mybasin.com. Final score once again for you for this one, 45-41, Bonanza with the win. Stay here. Mountain Valley League tournament coverage all day on mybasin.com. Thank you for being with us on mybasin.com. Just about 15 minutes away from tip-off in the third-place boys game between Crosspoint Christian and Bonanza. We'll start our pregame coverage here in the next few minutes. Thanks for being with us. Grab a drink, grab a snack, and enjoy some basketball in just a few minutes.
You got all this set up. Appreciate you. Oh, okay. How do you say 20?
I think he said Reichert.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome, or welcome back if you were here for the girls' game, to Henley High School. Second game of the Mountain Valley League tournament here today. It's the boys' third place game between Bonanza and Crosspoint Christian. Alongside Josh Eldredge, I'm Matt Bowling. Good to be here with you today for what may be the least consequential of these four games. You see, the way it normally works is the third place team secures an automatic bid to the OSAA playoffs, while the team that loses that third place game may have to wait it out and hope for an at-large bid. Those are determined by the OSAA computer rankings. They go to 8 teams. Well, Bonanza comes in ranked number 16 in the OSAA computer rankings. Crosspoint Christian, number 14. I think you can do the math there, Josh. If there's 32 teams that get bids and 8 at-larges based on the computer rankings, well, both of these teams should feel pretty comfortable with where they're at no matter what happens today.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But still, I mean, you don't often play a crosstown rival in a tournament setting like this. And so still, obviously want to come out here, get a good placement, potentially get a higher seed, but that's about all that's on the line. Both teams should be heading for the playoffs, no doubt.
Bonanza, maybe this third place game, not quite where they wanted to be. They played in the league championship game last year, lost 78-62 to Rogue Valley Adventist. Meanwhile, Crosspoint Christian, they're in the middle of their best season in the short history of their school. They're 17-8, went 8-5 in the Mountain Valley League during the regular season. They beat North Lake Paisley Charter 52-44 on Tuesday to book their spot in this game. They previously won the Mountain Valley League third place game in 2022. They were actually league champions during the summer 2021 COVID season. There was no playoffs that year, though. That was the very first season after Hosanna Christian and Triad merged to become Crosspoint Christian. Triad had won the 1A state championship in 2020, just 4 days before the world shut down. As we said, Warriors currently number 14 in the OSAA computer rankings. Been a great season for them so far. Moving over to Bonanza. It's only their second season in 1A, and it will be their last for the immediate future. They and Lost River were moved back up to 2A by the OSAA Executive Board effective next year. They come in 16-6 on the season, 10-3 in Mountain Valley League play. They're on a 4-game winning streak. They beat Prospect Charter 72-28 to book their spot in this third-place game. Want to note the Antlers are averaging just over 75 points over their last 3 games. Be interesting to see if they can keep that momentum going over some stiffer competition. Meanwhile, Crosspoint Christian, notable stats for them. They're shooting 55% from the free throw line as a team with a .94 assist-to-turnover ratio.
Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to the Mountain Valley League Basketball Championships. We're going to start off by meeting the visiting.
We're introducing the starters now for Crosspoint Christian. It's Keaton Murphy, Cody Sparks, Chase Backus,
Junior guard number 1, Cody Sparks. Senior guard number 12, Chase Backus. Senior wing number 20, Drew Wrightworth.
Chase Backus, Drew Reichwart, and Garrett Little are the other 3 starters. For Bonanza, it's Victor Gonzalez, Garrett Gallagher, Laurentino Weiser, Andrew Rojas, and Alex Renzetti.
Junior guard number 1, Victor Gonzalez. Sophomore wing number 2, Garrett Gallagher. Senior guard number 3, Laurentino Weiser. Senior wing number 11, Andrew Rojas. And junior wing number 24, Alex Renzetti. The Antlers are head coached by Campbell Ness. Remember, you are here to cheer positively for your team and your athlete. Let the players play, coaches coach, and our officials, Randy and Gary, officiate the game. Thank you and enjoy the game.
All right about set for tip-off here. Once again, Matt Bowling alongside Josh Eldredge. And the Warriors win the tip-off. It's Sparks in the corner. Backus pulls up a 3, misses that one. Rebound by Reichwart. But the Antlers pull it away from him. Renzetti, Weiser, Garrett Gallagher over to Gonzalez. Renzetti, Andrew Rojas in the corner. Bonanza won both of the regular season meetings between these 2 teams. Rojas pulls up, misses the 3. Backus grabs the rebound. Sparks. Garrett Little. Murphy. Little looking to drive. And they call a foul on the floor. It's on Weiser. That's his first. And the first of the quarter. Inbound to Sparks. Little pulls up and connects. Garrett Little with the opening points for the Warriors. Antlers looking to answer. Gonzalez, that'll be a long two. It missed. Murphy the rebound. Bacchus in trouble. Loses the ball. Gallagher lays it in. No, it almost popped back out. Up ahead to Sparks. Reichwert. Turn it over along the baseline. And it's Bonanza ball. Gonzalez. Renzetti. Weezer, Gallagher. Over to Rojas. Rojas drives, comes up short. Reichwert grabs the rebound, but they turn it over. Gonzalez, that time he finishes. Another turnover. Gonzalez couldn't get that one to go. Little corrals the rebound. Bacchus, Murphy for three. No good. Gallagher. Renzetti. Antlers in no hurry. Weezer driving on Little. Goes back to Gallagher. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Renzetti with three. Has it batted out of his hands. It comes to Weezer. His three at the shot clock buzzer will not fall. And Murphy grabs the board. Chase Bacchus. Pass into the corner for Sparks to a cutting Little. And the floater's good. 4.5 to go in the first quarter. It's a 4-4 game. Gallagher throws it into Renzetti. Renzetti on the block, back out. Gets it back. 15 on the shot clock. Gallagher with it. Weezer, 6 seconds. Gallagher has to do something. 3 seconds. Spinning, throwing it up, missing long. Little had the rebound for a minute, but Rojas came in there and got it back from him.
It's curious they called a shot clock violation. It was my understanding that Crosspoint had possession of the basketball after the shot clock went off, or before the shot clock went off, rather. But regardless, the Warriors have it.
Up ahead, floater in the paint drops for Chase Bacchus. Renzetti to Gallagher. Pass in the lane, Gonzalez, contested shot, won't fall. Bacchus the rebound. Outlet pass to Murphy. Murphy blocked, but a foul called on Renzetti. And he seems to be a bit skeptical of that one. So Keaton Murphy, second leading scorer for the Warriors, misses his first free throw. Averaging 11.4 points per game. He's also second in rebounds and assists. 5.7 and 2.2 as the second free throw drops. Three-point lead for Crosspoint Christian. As Isaac Noble tries to throw it into Renzetti. Bounces out, it'll stay with the Warriors. Or Antlers, rather. Gallagher to inbound. To Renzetti. Back out to Gallagher, who misses a three. Isaac Noble tries to chase down the rebound, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be Crosspoint Christian ball. Up ahead to Murphy. Murphy spinning. Shot comes up short. Noble, long pass ahead to Gonzalez. He pump fakes his defender and scores.
Beautiful outlet pass. A great find leads to an easy bucket.
Murphy to Bacchus. Mid-range, won't fall, but the putback is there. Gonzalez. Renzetti. Gallagher. Gonzalez gets the handoff and scores. Nice play there by the Antlers to get it back to a 1-point game. Murphy looking to drive, kicks it back out to Little. Bacchus retreats to near midcourt. Pass intercepted by Gonzalez. And he lays it in on the other end.
6 straight points for Victor, gives him 8 on the afternoon so far. His team's up by 1.
On the other end, a good answer there. Cody Sparks with the finish. Noble. Gallagher over to Gonzalez. Minute 12 to go in the first quarter. Bounce pass barely stopped from going out of bounds. Back to Renzetti. Gallagher trying to drive, baseline, floater, comes up short. Sparks grabs it. Gets it back from Little. His shot won't go. Qualls pulls down the rebound. Up ahead to Gonzalez. Gives it to Qualls. Qualls may have gotten bumped a little. Shot came up well short. Sparks. What a Reichwart. Little floater off the rim. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Ahead to Noble. Into Qualls. He misses from point blank range. 13 seconds. Bacchus ahead to Sparks. Deep three. Rolls out. 5 seconds for Bonanza. Gonzalez. Open is Gallagher. Contested layup won't fall. And that is how we'll end the first quarter. Crosspoint Christian with a 1-point lead here in the third place game. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldredge. It's high school basketball on My Basin.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
An 11-10 lead for Crosspoint Christian as we get ready to start the second quarter here at Henley. We mentioned the Warriors lost both of their regular season meetings with Bonanza, 62-50 at home on January 5th and then 68-59 at Bonanza on January 30th. Well, they're currently on pace to hold the Antlers well below 62 or 68.
Always tough to beat a team 3 times in the same season, no matter what sport you're in. You typically hear that being said in football, but same goes for basketball as well. And right now the Warriors hold a 1-point advantage into the second.
Isaac Noble to Victor Gonzalez. Renzetti, Noble drives, swatted by Brock Throne.
I think they called a foul on him.
Man, I don't know about that one.
I mean, it looks like his hand got all ball, but I think some body contact might be the foul. That's the only thing I could think of.
Brock Throne, just a sophomore. Listed at 6'4", 250 pounds.
I want to make note of something for you, Matt. It looks like over on the Bonanza sideline, Andrew Rojas took off his number 11 jersey and is putting on number 22. So they're figuring that out at the scorer's table, but there might have been an issue with his number 11 jersey, so we're getting that sorted out over across the way.
Noble makes the second free throw, so we're back even, 11 all. Bacchus, Hartwell. Bacchus looking. Goes to Throne, hands it to Little. Little drives and scores. Tough bucket for Garrett Little. And the Warriors are back on top. Renzetti. Thomas. Gonzalez looking to drive. In some trouble. Kicks it back out to Noble. Back up top. Gonzalez pulls up from just inside. Comes up short. Bacchus trying to go coast to coast. Too strong. It's Noble. Gonzalez into Renzetti. Back out to Noble. Pass tipped out of bounds. Brock Throne getting his hand in there. Renzetti. Gonzalez has to go. 3 seconds on the shot clock. 3 for Renzetti. Bang! Three from the big man. Puts Bonanza back on top. Bacchus trying to create space. Throws to Murphy. Out to Murphy. He pulls up. Misses the 3. Took a couple more bounces. Finally out of bounds off of Crosspoint Christian.
Bonanza can score a lot of different ways, and we've seen that so far. Victor Gonzalez can shoot from outside. Renzetti can mix it up inside, but he can also drain the triple. They have good cutting action, and it's all coming together for him in this quarter.
Qualls. Gonzalez hands it to Renzetti. Qualls trying to move on Throne. Pass tipped out of bounds by Keaton Murphy. 10 seconds left on the shot clock for Bonanza. Gonzalez throws it to Renzetti. Renzetti trying to back his man down, and does. 3-point lead for the Antlers. Hartwell says goodbye to that. Tied again. Renzetti. Gonzalez. Back to Renzetti. Whips it down low to Qualls. Right underneath, Tobias Thomas puts it in. Crosspoint Christian loses it in transition. It'll go back to the Antlers. 4:35 left in the second quarter, and we got a timeout. Alongside Josh Eldredge, you're watching high school basketball on mybasin.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Bonanza with a 2-point lead, 4:35 to go in the first half. Here in the Mountain Valley League third place game. Thomas to Noble. Gonzalez. Thomas back to Gonzalez. Pulls a three and misses. See it again there. Bonanza in no rush to get a shot off. Underneath, thrown. Open for two. He tried to trap Keaton Murphy and left Brock Throne untouched. Noble loses the ball. It's on the ground. Bonanza picks it back up. Thomas. Rojas trying to drive on Throne. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Thomas. Thomas loses the handle. Gets it back. Gonzalez can't beat the shot clock buzzer, but Noble grabs the rebound. Gonzalez trying to drive again. Too strong. Throne pulls down the rebound. Bacchus. Open is Hartwell. He misses a three. Rojas pulls it in, gives it to Gonzalez. Underneath, turnaround. Tough bucket for Andrew Rojas. Not easy to score on Brock Throne. Thrown at the top of the key now. Sends it to Bacchus. Hartwell, deep three. Yes, sir. Davis Hartwell. Underneath. Tough defense by Throne, and he forces the turnover. And then Victor Gonzalez commits the foul near midcourt. I want to talk about Davis Hartwell. You've seen him drain a couple threes. He came into this game having attempted 157 threes to 32 twos this
Holy
season.
Cow.
Now that is a shooter.
Yeah, he lives along the perimeter.
He's shooting just under 32% on threes, though, so good way to earn the green light. Now Sparks, wide open in the corner, buries it. Bit of a defensive breakdown there for the Antlers, and the Warriors go up 4. Renzetti, Rojas, Gonzalez powers his way to the bucket and draws a foul.
Bonanza's offense doing a great job of moving the ball around and creating mismatches. They're getting Thorne to defend out on the perimeter instead of in the paint, and they're able to drive to the bucket, and in this case, Victor Gonzalez earned some free throws.
Misses the first one. A minute 34 to go in the first half. Brock Throne comes to the bench in favor of Drew Reichwart as Victor Gonzalez makes the second free throw. Sparks, pass too hot, it's turned over. Gonzalez the other way, he lays it in. Bacchus gets it back, bounces it down low to Murphy. Now out to Sparks. Bacchus. Sparks, Murphy. Down low, Reichwart. Hook shot drops. Rojas gives it to Gallagher. Renzetti. Renzetti to Rojas. Rojas driving baseline, goes underneath the Qualls, and he's got his first bucket of the game. .30 seconds to go. Reichwart. Back up to Sparks. Now Little. Murphy driving baseline. Underneath, would not go, rebounded by Qualls. 10 seconds for Bonanza. In the corner, Rojas. Wow. What a way to end the first half for Bonanza. Andrew Rojas just muscling his way to a reverse layup to put Bonanza up by 1 at the half. We'll take a break. First half scoring for you when we come back. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldredge. You're watching high school basketball on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever. Wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face. I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
A 1-point lead for Bonanza at halftime here in the boys' third place game at the Mountain Valley League Tournament. Matt Bowling here with you alongside Josh Eldredge. And Josh, you've got our first half scoring.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. 11 points for Victor Gonzalez. He leads all scorers out there for Bonanza. He's helped out with 5 points from Alex Renzetti, 4 from Andrew Rojas, 2 from Feiston Qualls and Garrett Gallagher, and Tobias Thomas has a pair. Isaac Noble has 1 point. Those are your leading scorers for Bonanza thus far. On the other side, for the Warriors, they're led in scoring by Cody Sparks with 7 points. 6 points for Davis Hartwell and Garrett Little. 2 points for Chase Backus and Brock Throne, and also Drew Reichwart. 1 point for Keaton Murphy this afternoon. Those are your scorers for the Crosspoint Christian Warriors.
Warriors hanging tough, as we mentioned. Got swept in the regular season by Bonanza. Lost by 12 points and 9 points. Turnovers, we mentioned at the start of the game. Warriors came into this game with a .94 assist to turnover ratio. It hasn't been quite as big of a problem in the first half as the numbers would seem to indicate it has been throughout the season.
No, both teams have taken care of the ball extraordinarily well, and you mentioned a couple times Bonanza taking their time on the other side, just looking for a good bucket. Crosspoint Christian has done the same, and they both play fairly similar brands of basketball. They're comfortable taking the three. They've got a couple of guys who do it really well, but more often than not, they want to work the ball inside. And when you got two teams that have already seen each other twice, they play fairly similar, you end up with a 1 point disparity at halftime, and it's been a good game so far.
Yeah, not a lot separating these two teams.
Look at their OSAA ranking. They're right there next to each other. Bonanza's number 16, Crosspoint's number 14. Both teams more than likely going to make the 32-team playoff regardless of who gets the automatic bid from the conference after a win today. They're even in just about every respect.
Yeah, really the only thing that's at stake in this game is the chance to probably improve your seeding a bit with a win over a similarly high-ranked team. All 8. The way it works in 1A, for those who aren't familiar, is the top 3 teams in each of the 8 leagues get automatic bids. The remaining 8 places in the 32-team bracket are at-large bids determined by the OSAA computer rankings. So with Crosspoint Christian number 14 and Bonanza ranked number 16, you can pretty much guarantee that the loser of this game is still going to get an at-large bid to the playoffs.
Right. Crosspoint Christian, if they come away with a win, they'll pretty much guarantee themselves at least one home game in the playoffs, which is always something you want. Bonanza would need a win to do that, to give themselves a shot. Right now at number 16, I think they're right on the cusp of being able to host a playoff game. So that's always the goal, play at least one game in the postseason at home. And both teams kind of in position to do that. But again, a win or a loss dictates that quite a bit today. That's really what you're playing for both those schools out there.
This is the second of 4 games we have here today at Henley. After this, we'll have a bit of a break, and then we'll get the championship games started at 6 with the Chiloquin girls facing the North Lake Paisley Charter. After that, it'll be the Lost River boys against the Trinity Lutheran boys.
Yeah, Chiloquin against North Lake Paisley. It should shape up to be a good game, but I'm really excited for our nightcap tonight. Lost River against Trinity Lutheran. It's one of Lost River's only losses on the season when they went up and played them earlier in the year. It's their only league loss, and it was almost a 20-point win for Trinity Lutheran. And Lost River wasn't that healthy going up there. And now you play in a league championship game. That is, it's built to be a pretty good matchup later on tonight.
Yeah, both of those teams ranked in the top 10 in 1A by the OSA computer rankings. Decent chance we'll see one or both of them at the state tournament. We'll take one more break. Second half coming up in just a couple minutes here on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Second half starting a little bit early, and Crosspoint Christian turns it over on their first possession. Bonanza gives it right back on the other end, though. Bacchus, coast to coast, Crosspoint Christian back in front. Gonzalez. Nice pass from Renzetti to Gallagher, who's too strong on the layup attempt. Batted out of bounds. It will stay with the Antlers. Weezer. Gonzalez, Gallagher, shot clock expiring, sends up a three that won't fall. Bacchus to Little. Little almost had it stolen. It came back to Bacchus, though. Reichwart. Bacchus. Reichwart. Murphy pulls up from the free throw line, and it bounces in. Renzetti. Gallagher. Weezer loses it. And a foul. And it's going to be against Weezer. Little ahead to Murphy. Murphy trying to drive, kicks it back out to Little. Little loses it. Rojas the other way. Rojas feeds Gonzalez, who's fouled. Victor Gonzalez to the free throw line, trying to get this back to a 1-point game. 5:45 to go in the third quarter. Makes the first. Second one drops. Murphy has it stolen. Gallagher blocked by Drew Reichwart. He'll stay with the Antlers. Into Rojas. He misses the bunny. Bacchus tried to send it cross court, but it was off target right between two of his teammates and into the bench. Weezer. Gallagher. Gonzalez tried to throw it into Renzetti. Disrupted. Back out to Gonzalez. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Rojas has to go. Loses the dribble. Throws it back out. No time for a shot.
Great defensive possession there for the Warriors. Clogged every lane, made it difficult. Bonanza couldn't get the shot off.
Those are the dangers you can run into when you like to run that shot clock down, as Bonanza does. On the other end, a three won't fall for Bacchus, but the putback is there. Renzetti trying to drive on Murphy. Back out. Rojas with a lane. And he draws a foul on Brock Throne. Gallagher. Gonzalez. Weezer. Renzetti. In the corner, Rojas buries a three. And we are tied at 32 halfway through the third quarter. Bacchus with space, but holds on to it. Reichwart in the corner, Murphy for three, got it. Gonzalez, Rojas. Gallagher trying to go baseline and draws a foul. That's the fourth of the quarter on Crosspoint Christian. One more will send Bonanza to the free throw line. And the Warriors call timeout. 3:25 to go in the third quarter. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldredge. You're watching high school basketball on mybasin.com.
All I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever. Wondering if you're coming home.
Garrett Gallagher inbounds it to Isaac Noble. Rojas swatted by Throne. And that's the second block of the day for Brock Throne. Renzetti, Gonzalez with a lane, misses. Going after it was Owen Deal, but it's sent out of bounds. It'll be Antlers ball. Gallagher looking into Renzetti. Renzetti underneath, turned over. Brock Throne comes up with it. Bacchus. Floater comes up short, but a foul is called. And Chase Bacchus will head to the free throw line. He leads the Warriors in points, assists, and steals. Misses the first free throw, averaging 12.2 points, 3.6 assists, and 2.3 steals. Also averaging 5.4 rebounds. Great all-around player for this team. And he puts them up 4 with the second free throw. Noble. Mid-range, won't fall. Throne came down with it out of bounds. But they'll say Noble had his hand on it too, so it's Crosspoint Christian ball.
It was a great shot contest. I think that shot was actually blocked by Crosspoint Christian. Good defense.
3 is good for Davis Hartwell, and it's a 7-point lead for the Warriors. Gonzalez. Rojas trying to answer, misses wide. Warriors starting to gain a serious foothold with 2:10 remaining in the third quarter. Deal. Bacchus thought about a 3. Instead drives and finishes. 9-point lead for Crosspoint Christian. It was already their largest of the night. Now it's even more so. Finally, Andrew Rojas gets a bucket on the other end to stop the run. Bacchus over to Hartwell, gets it back, throws it to Murphy. Hartwell in the corner, Deal. Fires it to Bacchus. Open, Murphy drives, throws it up off the backboard. And they're going to call Murphy for the foul on the rebound as he sent Andrew Rojas to the floor. Came over to check on him right after that. Didn't mean to push him down that hard. But regardless, it's the 5th foul of the quarter on Crosspoint Christian, so Andrew Rojas will shoot 2 free throws. First one's good. Laurentino Weiser back in for the Antlers. Cody Sparks and Drew Reichwart are back in for the Warriors. Rojas goes 2 for 2 from the line, so the Antlers back within 5. 1:07 to go in the third quarter. Bacchus. Murphy. Hartwell misses the 3. Bacchus comes skying in for the rebound, but can't complete the lay-in. And the Antlers take it. Rojas with space, powers his way to the cup. Back to a 3-point game. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Murphy. Reichwart. Sparks bats it to Bacchus. 25 seconds to go. Up top, Bacchus for three. Got it. Big shot for Chase Bacchus. 15 seconds in the third quarter. Rojas fouled on the drive. 12.6 seconds on the clock. Andrew Rojas back to the free throw line. It should give Crosspoint Christian the last shot of the quarter. Makes the first. And the second. I think that's 4 straight free throws for Andrew Rojas. Under 10 for Crosspoint Christian. Bacchus over to Sparks. Bacchus fouled. Laurentino Weiser jumped trying to get the steal. Ran into Bacchus. 3.4 seconds. Reichwart to inbound. In the corner, Hartwell throws it in. Murphy, turnaround, won't fall. But it's still a 44-40 lead for Crosspoint Christian heading into the fourth quarter. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldredge. Don't go anywhere. This game looks headed for an exciting finish on mybasin.com.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Start of the fourth quarter here at Henley, and we come on right into a timeout called by Bonanza as Laurentino Weiser had to dive on a loose ball. Well, since we've got a few seconds, let's talk about Campbell Ness, who called the timeout for Bonanza. His fifth-year head coach, really remarkable what he's been able to do since he got to Bonanza. The Antlers did not field a boys basketball team in the 2018-19 season. 2019-20, they went 4-17. They were 7-7 in the COVID season. 20-8 with a 2A quarterfinal appearance in 2022. 16-9 last year, made the round of 16. 16-6 this year. Looking to get number 17, but Weiser couldn't complete the layup. Weiser applying some defense on Bacchus. He's able to get out of it. Now it's Cody Sparks with it. Bacchus, Murphy. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Murphy loses it. I think that's going to be a tie-up. It is. Possession arrow points to the Warriors, but they only have 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Great awareness by Victor Gonzalez, kind of sitting in the blind spot there of the offensive player. Waited for him to turn around and tied him up.
Bacchus, Sparks, Hartwell misses the three. Rojas drives, runs into trouble, kicks it back out to Gonzalez. Now Weezer for three. That one won't fall. Rebounded by Gonzalez. He chucks it down low. Rojas through contact. I'm not sure how he was able to make that shot.
I thought that a couple of times on some buckets. He doesn't feel the contact down there. He finishes tough.
2-point game. Bacchus with it. Up top, Hartwell. Three goes off the back iron. Rebound tip to Bacchus. He drives baseline. He's fouled by Rojas. Easy call for the official there. Rojas almost clotheslined him. Well, we mentioned what a great all-around player he is for this Crosspoint Christian basketball team. He was also a great all-around player for the Warriors football team. Top rusher and top receiver, as the running back put up 1,274 yards of offense and 17 total touchdowns. Helped Crosspoint Christian reach the playoffs for the first time in school history this fall. Gonzalez bounces it to Renzetti. Back out. 15 on the shot clock. Gallagher. Rojas. 10 seconds. Out to Renzetti. Gallagher. 5 seconds. Loses the ball out of bounds to Crosspoint Christian. Bacchus. Hartwell, Bacchus, Sparks, down low, Murphy, turnaround, won't go, gets his own rebound. Bacchus for three, missed it, tipped into the hands of Gonzalez, and here come the Antlers. Renzetti, Weezer for three, off the back of the rim. Under 5 minutes to go, it remains 44-42 Crosspoint Christian. Hartwell, Bacchus, now Sparks. Thrown to a cutting Bacchus, he's fouled. Renzetti trying to block the shot. And it'll be more free throws for Chase Bacchus. Went 0 for 2 his last time up. Misses this one. Second foul of the quarter on Bonanza. As that free throw goes in for Chase Bacchus. Renzetti, Gonzalez, free throw line jumper, too short. Thrown the rebound. Outlet pass to Murphy. He settles it down. In the corner, Bacchus misses the three, but there's thrown for the putback. I don't know about you, Josh, but I wouldn't want to be tasked with boxing him out.
Big shoulders, he's a big body. The rebound of the putback, and Bonanza takes time.
4:03 to go in the fourth quarter. Antlers trailing 47-42. Matt Bowling alongside Josh Eldredge. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
A 5-point lead for Crosspoint Christian here in the fourth quarter of the Mountain Valley League third place game. 4:03 remaining. Gallagher. Noble. Kicked out to Gallagher. Thought about a three. Instead drives. Floater kisses off the glass.
Great take by Gallagher, taking the easy shot instead of the contested three.
Bacchus intercepted. Rojas dribbles it off his foot. That is a tough turnover for the Antlers at this stage of the game. 3:34 remaining. Little. That pass intercepted. Gonzalez with space. Nice dish. And a foul called.
So the foul was called before the shot. It was a blocking foul before the Bonanza player passed it inside and before the shot. So they're calling it on the floor and the Antlers hold on to it.
First foul of the quarter on Crosspoint Christian, but it's Bacchus' third. Rojas out to Renzetti. He hands it to Gonzalez. Renzetti. Gallagher trying to drive. Has it taken away by Bacchus. Chase Bacchus outrunning the Bonanza defense all by himself. There you see the speed that made him such an asset on the football field. 5-point lead for the Warriors. Make it 3 as Victor Gonzalez answers on the other end. .235 remaining. Murphy. Pass tipped. Comes to Sparks. He puts it up. Misses. Renzetti grabs the board. Long pass ahead to Gallagher. Gallagher with space. Throws it to Noble. Noble pulls up, misses. Little corrals the rebound. In trouble is Bacchus. And Crosspoint Christian calls timeout. 2:12 to go. A 3-point lead for the Warriors. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldredge. You're watching high school basketball.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Well, we talked earlier about what a turnaround Campbell Ness has led at Bonanza. How about Tim Moore in his second year as Crosspoint Christian head coach? He went 10-15 last year. This year, 17-8. Trying to hold on for win number 18. It's only the fourth season of basketball in the history of Crosspoint Christian. It's only their fourth year as a school, but it's already their best. Bacchus bringing it up. Bacchus with Gallagher on him. Skips it to Hartwell. Now over to Sparks. In the corner, Murphy. 8 seconds on the shot clock. They got to do something quick. They throw it down low to Throne. Out to Murphy. Murphy drives and scores. Baseline bucket for Keaton Murphy. It's a 2-possession game with 1:35 to go. Mishandled by Gonzalez. Stolen by Bacchus. He completes the layup on the other end. And Crosspoint Christian is up 7. Gallagher comes up short on the 3, out of bounds. It'll stay with Bonanza, though. 1:20 on the clock. Antlers can't afford to waste too much time here. And Campbell Ness is going to take a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. 53-46. Crosspoint Christian leads, 1:20 to go. Antlers have liked to run the shot clock down all game, but like I just said, they don't really have much time to waste here.
No, they're going to have to look for quick shots, maybe a couple of threes to get him back in it. I did see the freshman Tobias Thomas check back into the game. He's kind of interesting. He started the year mostly as a junior varsity player, but as the season has gone on, he's earned some significant varsity minutes, and now here he is, the final 2 minutes of a conference playoff game. And they have him on the floor to shoot. That's how he earned his minutes, shooting the 3 ball. There he is, number 12.
It's Thomas. Now Gonzalez. Renzetti. Back to Gonzalez. Go down low to Renzetti. Over Murphy. Misses the shot. Sparks the rebound. Bacchus, under a minute to go, foul on the floor. And they got to readjust the shot clock. There's also a substitution.
I think that might have been it for Gonzalez, no?
They haven't put it on the board. Bacchus, Sparks, Little, in some trouble, loses the ball. It's going to be a travel against the Warriors. 40.1 seconds on the clock. Antlers down by 7. It's Noble. Out to Gallagher. Pulls up from deep. Out off the front rim. That might just do it.
Yeah, the Warriors wanted Gallagher to take that shot. He hasn't really found his range tonight. Clinks that one off the front iron.
Bacchus is fouled. Looks like the Antlers still have one more to give. Into Murphy, and he's fouled immediately. Murphy makes the free throw. First free throw. Two for two. 9-point lead for Crosspoint Christian. 20 seconds to go. Noble chucks up a 3. It rolls in and out. Sparks pulls down the rebound ahead to Bacchus, or Hartwell rather. And he's fouled. 10.7 seconds on the clock. Hartwell misses first free throw. Not that it really matters that much. Oh for 2. Renzetti pulls down the rebound, throws up a prayer, comes up short. Bacchus grabs it, and they'll send him back to the line with 2.6 seconds on the clock. So really impressive win for the Warriors after being swept in the regular season by Bonanza.
Like I said, hard to beat a team 3 times. Bonanza couldn't do it this season. Warriors come away victorious.
Half-court heave misses for Colby Medeiros, and that does it. Crosspoint Christian gets a rousing ovation from their fan base. Just a really impressive effort. And the best season in school history continues. They clinch a spot in the OSAA playoffs. Well, Bonanza waits to find out where they'll land. Again, as the number 16 ranked team in the computer rankings, we imagine that they will get an at-large bid. As you see there, Crosspoint Christian being presented with the 3rd place plaque. Another thing, too, like we said, they're number 14, so beating number 16 has probably helped bump them up a seed or 2.
Again, congratulations. We're
going to take a break. Final scoring when we come back here on mybasin.com.
Okay,
so lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place and then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
ladies, once she gets there, look right here for a
Crosspoint Christian boys taking a 56-46 win over Bonanza in the third place game here at the Mountain Valley League Tournament. You see down there, they're recognizing the all-league selections on the girls' side. As they're doing that, Josh, let's go over the final scoring in this game.
All right, we'll start with the victors in Crosspoint Christian. 15 points from Chase Backus, 12 from Keaton Murphy. They got 9 points from Davis Hartwell tonight, 7 from Cody Sparks, 6 from Garrett Little, and 4 from Brock Throne and Drew Reichwert. And those are your leading scores for Crosspoint Christian. For Bonanza, 17 points from Andrew Rojas, 14 for Victor Gonzalez, 5 for Alex Renzetti, 4 for Garrett Gallagher, 2 from Feiston Qualls and Tobias Thomas, and 1 from Isaac Noble. Your scores for the Antlers.
You see a few of the Bonanza players who we just saw in the earlier game getting recognized first team all-league. Julie Hess, the latest to join that lineup. So we've got about an hour until the start of the championship games. Well, we are going to move it over to a different stream. It will still be on mybasin.com, so just come back to mybasin.com and click on the new stream when it's tip-off time in the girls' championship game. But we will step aside for now. We thank those of you who have joined us so far, and we hope to see you back here a little bit later for the championship games. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldredge. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com.